Hello dear students, welcome back to the science class. Dear students, in the class we have started the fourth chapter, that is more about force, energy and simple machines. In that chapter till now we learnt about the force and its types we learnt. Okay, today in this video class we are going to start the energy and types of the energy. Then before going to start with the types of energy, then what do you mean by the energy? Why do we need energy then? Nothing but energy is defined as the ability to do work. If we want to do any work in day to day life, what do we need? We need a energy. Without energy we can't do any work. So it is the ability to do work. Okay, there is energy all around us and in all object. Yes, whatever we are doing in our day to day life, the work, behind that all one type of energy is applied. Okay, energy can be found in many forms around us. Yes, see, whatever the energy we are seeing in our day to day life, it can be seen in many forms. First one is a mechanical energy. Mechanical energy is the energy possessed by the bodies due to their motion or position. Okay, motion is nothing but it may be kinetic energy applied or potential energy applied there. For example, when you are riding a bicycle, which energy we require? We require a mechanical energy. Okay, while playing a cricket, okay, how you are going to bowl? There also which energy is applied? There also mechanical energy is applied. Okay, next form of energy is electrical energy. Electrical energy comes from a electrical power plant. Then from where do we are getting the electrical energy? Electrical energy we are getting from a electrical power plant. Okay, then that electrical energy where we are going to use, dear students? Any idea is there? That electrical energy we are using in our homes, okay, like offices, okay, in industries also. See, to run any electrical appliances, if you want to run the grinder, mixer, okay, we need which energy? Electrical energy we require. Okay, if you want to do any okay, if you want to turn on the fan, there also we need a electrical energy. So these all are the electrical appliances we call. Okay, here in this which energy is applied? Electrical energy is applied. Okay, see, electrical wires, plug sockets and switches at our homes allow us to use electrical energy. These are the sources: electrical wires, plug sockets and switches at our homes. Okay, these all we are using it as a electrical energy. From this we are getting a electrical energy. Yes, you have seen electrical heater. It is behind this the energy applied is electrical energy. Okay, for this electrical energy we are getting from where? We are getting from electrical power plants. We are getting the energy, electrical energy, so that we can use the electrical heater. Okay, next form of energy is a heat energy. The major source of heat on the earth is sun. Yes, from the sun we are getting which energy, dear students? From the sun we are getting a heat energy, as you all know very well. From the sun we are getting the heat energy. Beside this, heat energy is also released when we burn fuels like a wood, coal, petrol or electrical appliances like a electrical heater. Okay, leaving the sun, then leaving the sun. Okay, from the sun we are getting a heat energy. Leaving sun, then from where we are getting a heat energy? When you burn any fuels, like it may be wood. When you burn a wood, which energy we are getting? We are getting a heat energy. When you burn a coal, petrol, okay, any electrical heater appliances like an electrical heater, which energy we are getting there? We are getting a heat. We are getting a heat here. So we are getting which energy? Heat energy. I hope this is you cleared about the heat energy. Next form of energy is a light energy. Light or a luminous energy is the energy which enables us to see the things. Yes, think that, dear students, if there was no light on our earth, then we can't able to see even our faces in a dark. It is not possible. So as the sun is giving a heat energy is also, and even light energy also is giving, so we are getting a day and night here. Yes, when day is there, that time the sun will be there, nothing but it is giving us even light energy also, even heat energy also. Light or a luminous energy is the energy which enables us to see the things. If there is a light energy, then only we can able to see the things here. There are different sources of light such as the sun, candle, bulb, tube light and LED. Okay, these are the some of the sources of a light. Yes, if there was no sun, then it would be full of dark only. Due to the sun only, we are getting a day here. Okay, even candle, when you burn a candle, on the candle, that time we are getting a light energy and even heat energy also. Bulb, okay, bulb we are using as a light energy, tube light and LED. These are the some sources of a light energy. Some are natural like a sun and stars. Which are the natural light energy? Then sun and stars are the natural light energy. Okay, while others are human made like a bulb and candle. These bulb and candle are made up of a what? Human. It is made up of a man made. But sun and stars are natural, these are. Okay, this is about the light energy. Next one is next form of energy is wind energy. The wind energy is obtained from moving air or a wind. From where we are obtaining the wind energy? When air starts moving. Wind energy is mainly used to generate electricity by installing a windmills. As you all heard, windmills. Okay, to run the windmills we need a wind energy. Okay, the wind is obtained from moving air or wind. From where the wind energy we are getting? When the wind starts moving, nothing but air. Wind energy, where it is used? Then it is used to generate the electricity. Yes, in the generating of the electricity we are using which energy? We are using a wind energy. Okay, next one form of energy is solar energy. The energy from the sun is known as a solar energy. Dear students, mark this one. The energy from the sun is known as a solar energy. Okay, which energy we are getting from a sun? We are getting a solar energy from a sun. Solar energy is most readily available source of energy. This energy is what here? Most readily available. Okay, it is also supports life on earth. This energy is used in a solar cookers and even solar cells also. You have heard the solar cooker we are using nowadays and even solar cells also we are using. In that this energy is used. Which energy? Solar energy is used in that solar cookers and solar cells here. Okay, next one is a hydro energy. Hydro energy is the energy obtained from a water. Dear students, you know already hydro stands for a water. Okay, earlier people used water mills to grind the grains. It is used the energy of a running water to move the paddle wheel that would grind the grains. Now it is also being used to produce the electricity. This hydro energy is also used where? To produce the electricity. They are using this hydro energy. Next here they have given a renewable and a non-renewable energy. See here, energy is available in the form of renewable and non-renewable energy. In which form it is available? Energy, it is available in a renewable and non-renewable form energy. Okay, see first one we'll see what is the renewable energy. Renewable energy is the energy that can be used again and again and is obtained from renewable sources like a sun, wind and water. See, this renewable energy is there, not dear students. This energy we can use again and again. Okay, we can repeat, we can use that energy again and again and is obtained from renewable sources. From which sources it is obtained renewable energy? It is obtained from a renewable sources like a sun, wind and water. The main sources for renewable energy is sun, wind and water. These energy resources do not run out and therefore provide us with energy for a long time here. Nothing but the meaning of renewable energy is nothing but here this energy we can reuse again and again. We can use it again and again. Next one is a non-renewable energy. Okay, what do you mean by the non-renewable energy? It is the energy which cannot be used again and again. Renewable energy we can use it again and again, but non-renewable energy we cannot use it once it is used again we can't use it. It is waste only. So non-renewable energy is the energy which cannot be used again and again and comes from a non-renewable sources like which are limited and their formation takes a million of years. For example, the energy we get from a coal and petrol is a non-renewable. Whichever energy we are getting from a petrol and coal is a non-renewable energy. Dear students, once this energy we used, we can't reuse it. And to form that petrol, we need a million of years. It takes what? Million of years. Since these sources are limited, they become extinct soon. It is therefore important to use these sources of energy judiciously. Nothing but we have to use it limitedly. We should not waste this energy, non-renewable energy. As this we can't reuse it, so we should not. It should be used in a limited form. Nothing but it cannot be reused again. And the formation of these non-renewable energy takes a million of years. Okay, million of years it takes. So we should use this in a limited manner. Which energy we have to use in a limited manner? Non-renewable energy we have to use it in a limited form here. Okay, here they have given. See here, wind energy, solar, see renewable energy sources which nothing but which we can reuse from wind, solar also, even hydro energy, then geothermal, biomass, we can use it here. These are the renewable energy sources we can tell here. Next we will see about the simple machines. See, machines help us to make work easier and faster by using less effort for more work. Machines means what? Machines are nothing but machines will make our work easy here and even fast also. Okay, by using a machine, our work can be done very fast and very easily. By using a less effort for a more work. They also help to move large and heavy object with a less effort. A machine with a few or no moving parts is called a simple machines. See here they are given 6 types of simple machines. First one is a lever, next one is a pulley, next one is a wheel and axle, next one is an inclined plane, screw, wedge. These are some of the simple machines types here. We will study one by one here. Okay, let us study here one by one we will study. Okay, about the simple machines here. Okay, lever. First we will study about the lever here. It is a long bar. Lever is one of the long bar that rests on a fixed point which lifts on a moves loads here. A lever is usually long machine which is put under a object to lift it. Okay, it is one of the long machine it is. Levers are used in our everyday life and are also around us. Example, levers include door handles. Yes, you know door handles. Everyone have used that one, door handles. Bottle openers and crow bars. These are the some of the lever. It is one of the long bar, it is lever. Okay, mainly it is having 3 components. This lever is having mainly 3 components. First one is the effort, that stands for a capital letter E, and next one is a load, that stands for capital letter L, and next one is a fulcrum, that is a capital letter F. Then what you mean by effort here? It is the force that user applies on the lever. Okay, see, if you are using a lever, okay, what you need? We need a effort, nothing but it is a force. That effort is one of the force we can say that a user applies on the lever. Effort we are putting. Next one is a load. Load is nothing but here weight it is. Load stands for weight, how much that weight it is. Weight of the body on which the work is to be done. Okay, if you want to use this lever, okay, on any object, then how much that load that we are going to see here. Next one is a fulcrum. It is fixed point about which the lever moves freely to the required work. Okay, mainly here levers are of three kinds on the basis of a respective positioning of the load, effort and fulcrum. Depending upon the effort, load and fulcrum, levers are classified into three kinds here. First one is a class lever. We'll see first one is a class lever, class 1 lever. See, in a class 1 lever, fulcrum is in between the load and the effort. Examples of a class 1 levers are seesaw and pair of scissors, pliers, crowbar and catapult. These are the some of the example for what here? Class 1 lever. Nothing but here the fulcrum is in between the load and the fulcrum will be. Okay, I have mentioned the three parts here, three components, effort, load and fulcrum. Okay, effort is nothing but the force whatever we are applying, load is nothing but a weight, fulcrum is one of the fixed point. Okay, here in a class 1 lever, that fulcrum is in between the load and effort. You can observe in a pair of scissors. Yes, dear students, you have seen everybody scissor. Yes, I hope you have seen the scissor. Even here in image they are given one pair of scissor. Okay, here the fixed point is here, that is a fulcrum part we say, fulcrum. Okay, next here where we are putting a effort, we are putting a effort here, the round shape is there na, we are applying a force here, nothing but we are applying a effort here. This is the effort part, capital letter E. Fulcrum is a fixed point, here it is capital letter F. Next, where the load is applying here, this is the part where the load is applying, nothing but force is applying, that is a load part. Okay, I think if we take a cloth is here one of the what, it acts as a cloth acts as here what, it acts as here one of the force here. Okay, object we are taking to cut it. Okay, seesaw is nothing but you have played everybody. Okay, here the fixed point is a middle here, that is a fulcrum. Okay, effort is here and load is here. So seesaw and scissors are best example for class 1 lever. Next we will see about the class 2 levers. In class 2 levers, the load is placed in between the fulcrum and the effort. Dear students, in a class 1 lever, fulcrum is in between the effort and the load. But here you can see, load is between, fulcrum is first, load comes middle. But in a class 1 lever, fulcrum came middle, fixed point came middle here, fulcrum. But here, which is the middle part, then here, load is the middle part. Okay. Some of the class 2 levers in daily uses are wheelbarrow, next one is a nut cutter, next one is a stapler and bottle opener. These are the some of the example for a what here? Class 2 lever. See here you can saw the wheelbarrow. Okay, load he is keeping here and fixed point is at the front and effort he is putting starting initial point here. So load comes middle here. This is a class 2 lever example, wheelbarrow. Next one is a nutcracker. Yes, you have saw this one everyone home is it is available. So here the fulcrum is here, effort we are putting here, force we are applying here, load we are keeping in the middle here. Okay, this is an example for nutcracker. I hope you are understanding class 1 lever and class 2 lever. Okay, next we will see class 3 lever. In class 3 lever, the effort is applied in between. See, in the class 1 lever, fulcrum came between. In class 2 lever, load came middle, and in class 3 lever, what came here? Effort came middle here. You can observe effort came here middle. And is in between the load and the fulcrum. Examples are fishing rods, tongs, tweezers, forceps and broom. These are the some of the example for class 3 lever. See forceps, this we are using in a laboratory, forceps. What we are calling for this one? Forceps. Okay, see effort will be middle here, load is here and fulcrum, nothing but fixed point is here. Effort is in middle and load is here. In the fishing rod also, as you have observed, they will be catching the fishes, so that time they are going to use this fishing rod. Okay, their fulcrum is fixed point is at the first stage. Effort we are putting, nothing but effort is, force is middle, and load, it is catching the load here. So this is about the class 3 lever. Okay, next we will see about the wheel and axle. Okay, wheel and axle is a simple machine with a wheel and an axle or a rod that allows the wheel to be turned. Examples of wheel and axle include bicycles, electrical fans, revolving doors, merry-go-rounds. Wheel and axle is also used for drawing water from the wells. Dear students, you can observe here in the wheel and axle. So this is the wheel part we call, and this is the axle part is here. Okay, it is one of the simple machine we call. Okay, with an wheel and or a rod that allows the wheel to be run. The best example is nothing but when we will take the water from the wells is an example for wheel and axle. You can observe here, force we are applying here. Okay, load is here, load is here. Okay, I think you have understood the wheel and axle. Next one is a pulley. A pulley is like a wheel and axle and is provided with a rope or a chain that can move things up and down or back and forth. For example, elevator pulleys are two types. Okay, nothing but it will take the things up and down here, back and forth. Okay, these are the example. Fixed pulley. This is a fixed pulley and this is a movable pulley. Load is fixed here. Okay, load is here movable. So here load is fixed and force we are applying. Fixed pulley, and movable pulley is nothing but load, it will be movable. What is a fixed pulley then? A pulley which remains fixed. A pulley which remains fixed to a position is known as a fixed pulley here. Once again, a pulley which remains fixed to a position is known as a fixed pulley. This type of pulley does not reduce or increases the force applied. It only changes the direction of the force. A flag post is an example for fixed pulley. A flag post is an example for what here? Fixed pulley. Next one is a movable pulley. What is a movable pulley? At a times we need to lift a very heavy loads, much heavier than our own weight. For example, lifting of a car or a cargo. Okay. For lifting such loads, the fixed pulley are not enough as they do not reduce the effort. So here we make use of a movable pulleys. A movable pulley is a pulley that moves with a load. Nothing but if you want to lift a heavy material, then we are using what? Movable pulley we are using. If it is the weight is more than ours, then which pulley we are using? We are using a movable pulley. Nothing but load we will place here, just we will lift. Force will apply here. Just with the help of that it will take the heavy load. Fixed pulley is nothing but it will take the load here. Okay. The last concept of your lesson is that inclined plane, screw and wedge. Inclined plane, screw and wedge. An inclined plane is a ramp. In an inclined plane, one end is leveled higher than the other to allow the object to be moved from low place to a higher place or vice versa. The best example of an inclined plane is a slide that children play on. Inclined plane. Dear students, yes, you can observe this one, inclined plane. This is an inclined plane, nothing but it will be like a ramp. It is like a ramp. Okay, one end is leveled higher than the other or allow objects to be moved from a low place to a higher place, from the lower place to a higher place. Screw. A screw is a twisted slender metal pin which is used to join things by rotating it through the wood or other things in a circular motion. Screws are used in drills. You know very well about a screw. Okay, this is a screw. Where we are using this? It is a twisted slender and metal pin. We are using it in a where? We are using it in a drills and all we are using. Next one is a wedge. You can observe the image of a wedge here. This is a wedge we call. A wedge is a simple machine that is used to cut an object apart. It is actually made up of two inclined planes joined together. A wedge can be used to secure things together to keep things from moving. Example of wedges: shovel, knife, axe, needle and pair of scissors are example for wedges. Nothing but these will be sharp, okay, and these are inclined shape. So these all are example for wedges. Dear students, with this we have completed this chapter. So go through this chapter. If you get any doubt, you can contact me and watch this video, and shortly I will send the question answers evaluate part and write that in your fair book and complete your fair book. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.